Good morning, guys, and welcome to your market report. Really glad to have you here. Today is Friday the 27th of July, 2018. And welcome to the show. I just had a little glitch in my software. I just seen it. Anyway, let's talk about something else. Let's get the charts open right here, and let's start with talking about Bitcoin and what it's doing. Bitcoin right now, the price has been falling this morning. It's at 8,800 bucks. Let's go to the 1 minute. Yeah, we are on the 1 minute. Okay, we see a falling price. We're down to $78 and 37 cents, $7,800, $7,837.34. Excuse me. Anyway. Here's the thing. I see this price fall now from where it was as a little bit of a buying opportunity this morning. I'm going to run in and I'm going to buy a little bit. I told you what I'm going to buy. I see this as a little bit of a buying opportunity right now that's presenting itself. Because they've put off deciding on whether the Bitcoin's going to become an ETF until September. I believe personally, my personal opinion, that they're going to allow it. They're going to allow it to happen sometime in September. And the Bitcoin price is going to go back into a bull market when that happens in September. And between now and then, you're going to be presented with buying opportunities. Now, this buying opportunity right now might not be the greatest buying opportunity. You might get better buying opportunities coming up. But I'm going to buy a little bit because I want to safeguard. I want to have a little bit just in case I don't get a better buying opportunity. So this is a buying opportunity, but it might not be the best buying opportunity. If you wait, you might get better buying opportunities, but then again, you might not. So it's a hard decision right now. And for a little bit of insurance purposes, I'm going to go out and buy like a little bit, whatever I can afford, like 1% of a Bitcoin or 2% of a Bitcoin or something like that. But I see it as a buying opportunity right now. Now, the thing is Bitcoin, the market here, I think the tendency now at this point, while we wait for the decision on the ETF, I think that the market is going to get hot, start to heat up a little bit more again, and ultimately I think it's going to go back into a bull market once the ETF is passed, and I think it's going to be passed. I mean, that's my personal opinion on it. Maybe it won't be, but I think it will be. Just because the Winklevoss twins ETF didn't go through doesn't mean that the big boys out there, they probably wanted to push the Winklevosses out of the way so that they could come in and trample it themselves. You know what I mean? I'm just kidding, but I mean, that's just the way that's my opinion on it. Anyway, let's take a look at cryptocurrency market capitalization, shall we? I did a show on EOS today on my alternate channel. And I talked about Bitcoin more. I go into more detail in the cryptocurrencies over there on a cryptocurrency report. Here, it's a market report, so we just gloss over the cryptos real quick as we get to the rest of the markets. But we see most of the coins are in the red today. They're all going down. Some of them are down big, so this is presenting buying opportunities. EOS is down big. Who else is down big? Cardano is down really big. Stellar is down really big. Litecoin's down big. All of these are looking good, you know, for buying opportunity. Silver price today. We've seen a little bounce back. I mean, this morning they smacked her down. Why do you think that the silver price is not being smacked down into the 13s or into the 12s or into the 11s? Well, I can tell you why. It's because mining production has a certain cost. And they're getting down close to mining production costs, and they do not want to create a real silver shortage by shutting down the mines. And if they go too low in price, they know that if they take it down too low, they're going to shut down the mines, and we'll have a silver shortage, and then the price will explode. And they don't want the price to explode. They want to be able to continue to manipulate it. So that's why we're seeing a cap in the price of the lower 15s. It looks like. It looks like it's so. So you know how much downside risk there is to silver? It's one of the assets out there that doesn't have that much downside risk. Everything else has tremendous downside risk. I mean, that's an investment I'm talking about. I mean, okay, money in the bank doesn't have any downside risk, but it has a tremendous risk that inflation's going to eat it all to pieces. There's your risk with money in the bank. So there's always a risk involved. Silver doesn't have as much risk as most things. Silver's one of your more solid investments in my estimation. You know, they say the least risk is U.S. government treasury bonds, but I think that that ultimately the treasury bond markets are being controlled by the central banks. At a certain point, the whole thing's going to explode. Okay, so we got a little move upwards in the price of silver happening right now, right this minute. She's shooting upwards. Let's take a look at the Dow Jones Industrial Average right now. 112 points up on the day. No, wait, that's at close. Let's open the market here. Take a look. Okay, we must be a little bit on the early side. Yeah, it's 10:16. We got another 10 minutes before the markets open up. I wonder what it is in pre-market trading. I haven't checked it yet this morning, but I'll tell you what my tendency is to think that this market right now, unless the bond yields start to move, this market's not going too much. It might go up a little bit higher. We could see 26,000 again, to be honest, but we could see it break past 26,000, I should say again. This market, but the thing about it is ultimately this market is entirely dependent upon what the Fed's doing. Now let's take a look at the crude oil. Crude oil is down just a little bit. It's down 7 cents on the day. 69.54 for crude oil. It's almost up to $70 again. Let's take a look now at the bonds. Now, I started the show talking about the bonds, and you see, today these yields aren't going much of anywhere today, except maybe down just marginally. They're down a little bit. 2.95 on the U.S. 10-year, and just slightly over 3% on the U.S. 30-year. The short end is unchanged today. Now let's take a look at the U.S. dollar index. 94.73 the dollar today, and that's riding fairly high. It's up near 95. So anyway, listen, this has been your market report for this morning. Thank you guys for tuning in. Remember, if you're into cryptocurrency, head over to my other channel, the Delta Report. All you got to do is type into the search engine on YouTube, the Delta Report. And I do a daily Bitcoin report over there. And thank you guys for listening. Like and subscribe. We'll catch you in the next show. Bye-bye.